पंजाब लोक कांग्रेस के अध्यक्ष कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी से कि वो अपनी बात को रखें।
नड्डा साहब, सारे साथियों, आज एक हमारे लिए खास करके एक खुशी का दिन है कि we have been able to have an alliance with the BJP in Punjab. There were many times ups and downs and various thinking how we should go ahead about it and how we should move ahead. But finally, the consensus that emerged within our party, and I think also in Tinsa Saab's party, he will of course say it on his own and tell you all what he thinks. The feeling was that for the sake of stability of the country, for the sake of our own, as the President has mentioned, on the security of the nation, as the area which he has already mentioned, it's 600 kilometers we have from Pathankot to Fazilka, which is for me, it was a formidable occasion to deal with it. I remember that there was a time which used to come when we used to give, there used to be these drone people going across the rivers, dropping off whatever they had to drop. Then there was these wires which were put up, where people used to go tunnel under the wires and give all these weapons and whatever. And let me tell you, and I'm not saying this for any other reason, this has been my stand from the very beginning, that the amount of weaponry that has come in, what the President has mentioned, perhaps he has mentioned too little. I can tell you that I have had, in the course of my last 4.5 years of being Chief Minister of Punjab, I have had at least 100,000 rifles, nearly 1,000 rifles, about 500 pistols. I've had RDX. I have had ammunition, perhaps 1 lakh rounds of ammunition. I have had everything under the sun, including drones. Now, drones we used to come at one time and make these drops. And this was last year when we started, just before the COVID period. That was the time when it used to come. And I used to then wonder that what is the objective of this whole exercise. And then we followed it up, and we followed where these drones were being dropped. It was the BSF, it was us, the Punjab police, and it was our own people who were giving us information. And we found that they were being dropped at particular points. Now, what is an object of a drone? An object of a drone is to deliver ammunition, deliver weaponry, deliver whatever is necessary for a purpose. And what is that purpose? The purpose is to carry out some sort of nefarious activity. And that is what happened to us there. And it was not only that. First, they used to jump across the river. Then they used to go to about 6 to 7 kilometers away. And then finally, when Government of India took a decision, which was the correct decision, that they should be 50 kilometers from the border, should be kept there, it was considered absolutely essential. And the reason, I'll tell you why. Because on the 20th of July, that is just about 2 months before I was given the sack, and that 20th of July, the delivery of those weapons went up to 31 kilometers. Now 31 kilometers, and then you have a scenario developing when the technology is improving. You've got drones coming in, which can take a higher payload. It can take a higher distance it can cover. And it was quite apparent to us that this was only a beginning. And we were eventually going to go up to 50 kilometers, 60 kilometers, 70 kilometers, and whatever it else may do. And when that happens, what was the purpose? After all, when a person delivers something, it is for a purpose. It is for weaponizing some place, for using it for some purpose, and for seeing that it is used in some nefarious activity which Pakistan wanted to do. And this is what was concerning us. And I told the people when they came into the Vidhan Sabha and they made a big row about it कि 50 किलोमीटर कर दिया वगैरह, मैंने कहा भाई सुनो तो सही कि क्या हो रहा है, अपने बैंक देखो तो सही क्या हो रहा है on our borders. I joined the army in 1963, and in 1964 I was in the Western Command. And from Western Command was in Simla in those days. From Western Command till the time that the war came in 65 and then 71 came and all, there was not one day where there was no firing taking place and no soldiers of ours getting killed. Which is why I said so to Mr. Sidhu. What are you going around hugging around these people who are killing our people every day? Every day. There's not a day that passes that our boys are not shot. And since the day I took over in 1917 and till the day I left it on the 18th of this month of September, I had 83 of my soldiers of Punjab being killed. I'm not talking about Himachal Pradesh, about Garhwal, about the Rajput regiment or some other regiments which exist. Actually, this was taking place. And this is where people don't understand the urgency of this business. We need it. We need, as the President has said, we need an economic development. We need people to come in and to invest in Punjab so that Punjab's economy can be boosted. And we are in a position, and we have today, I have also made up our manifesto, which is there, which we have passed on to the BJP leadership. And I'm sure Deensah Saab is also doing it. And then hopefully we'll all put together and come to a common minimum program which we can utilize for Punjab. That is basically what I had in mind to say. But if there's anything you wish to ask, you're free to do so. कुछ पूछना आपको? अच्छा, sorry.
Thank you, sir.
साहब अब हमको
माननीय श्री जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी, नेशनल अध्यक्ष बीजेपी, हमारे सहयोगी और पंजाब के साबका मुख्यमंत्री कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी और पंजाब के प्रभारी बीजेपी की तरफ से शेखावत साहब.
So the seat-sharing pact between the NDA allies, the BJP, the Rashtriya Lok Congress and of course Sukhdev Singh Dinda faction of the Akali Dal has been decided. 37 seats to the captain and his team, 15 seats to the Dinda faction and 65 seats where the BJP will contest. The peg of national security, of Punjab being the border state and needing a strong, stable, committed nationalist government. That seems to be the peg, and JP Nadda saying that the BJP and its allies are going to go all out in putting their efforts in trying to win the mandate in Punjab. Whether they will succeed amidst the strong charge or challenge mounted by the Aam Aadmi Party or the defence by the Congress Party, we'll have to wait and watch. Taking a very short break, stay with us. News continues.